Hello. Welcome back to Love from a Leo. This is your Cancer February 2020 tarot reading. It is nighttime. It's currently February 3rd as I'm recording this. So yeah, we're just going to get right into it. The moon is out. It's beautiful. I'm feeling very comfortable. So this is going to be a good reading. Your focus this February is the earth element. Your relaxation methods, the things that make you feel comfortable, the things that make you feel secure. You are still worrying about the foundations that you are trying to build or you are maintaining. But this isn't a bad thing. This is the time to focus on it. So don't freak out if you start to have more thoughts or something about, your living situation or things like that. Now is the time to work on it. The advice card that we have is Prosperity Begins. So literally with the Earth card, it's like planting your seeds for the future, so that the fruits of your labor can be shown. Awesome. So let's go ahead and read the advice. This card brings a message of beginnings, prosperity, wealth, and new business, which could soon be in the palm of your hand. It may result from your hard work, past efforts, and investments, or it could show up unexpectedly. It may even be presented as a gift. With careful and diligent planning, and money-making ideas show great possibilities and promises of monetary gains. This is a time to focus on the most beneficial outcome. Expect the best and envision that project or new job having a successful result. Feel it, see it, and most importantly, believe it. When you focus on abundance and the positive aspects of the material world and offer gratitude, prosperity in all forms will flow more freely. That's a tongue twister. What you're working on, what you're sowing, what you're growing, what you're planting, this is the time to really implement intent of pure spirit, but also a pure goal that you have for yourself. Like whatever that goal is for yourself, you need to really solidify and really put a lot of intention behind what you're trying to do. So you are going on an adventure this month. I see new things coming your way. I do see that you are moving towards something new with someone around you. So you're moving towards something, you're leaving things behind, and there's a lot of good things coming your way. You're going towards a lot of good things. The Knave of Wands. So I feel like you're just kind of testing the waters right now. You're not too sure if you're going to go for things or not. You're not sure what path is going to show up for you, but you're willing to explore. And I do see an Aries being around you throughout this February. So there's probably lots of adventures that you're going along. That Aries is coming up. So they're definitely the person that's going to be with you. But this person may be someone who you have trouble taming yourself around. Or maybe you guys you have a lot of fun and it feels like you guys are kids again. But it costs a lot of money for you guys to have the fun that you guys are trying to have. So that's good, but it also could be something that is prohibiting you from saving or moving towards the future in a financial way. Does that make sense? So the desires that we have for your February, the Ace of Wands. So I think there's lots of passion and a connection between you and this Aries, whether it's a friendship or just this awesome chemistry, whether it's romantic or not. Sexual tension is very high with the both of you. A lot of passion, a lot of love, just depending on how this Aries is around you. Or how they relate to you. That's going to let you know what type of way that you guys are relating. But there's lots of passion. There's lots of fire. Just fire. Now remember, with February, you want to focus on your earth energy. So you don't want to be in this mode of go. You need to be very calm about the way you're doing things. Like you don't want to just spontaneously do things. I think that's going to be the demise of your February. So you want to slow down. It doesn't mean that you can't have fun, but just make sure that you're more clear in your direction and what you want to come towards you. You are building something for the future, Cancer. 10 of Pentacles says that you have a lot of responsibilities on your plate because you have a lot of power behind you that's invested within you. You know what I mean? So a lot of the things that you are attached to in your everyday life, there's a lot of power that comes with this, and you can't afford to just be making stupid decisions. So keep that in mind. Your inner desires, we have the Lovers card. So you and this Aries or whoever this very fiery, passionate person is, you guys have a lot of chemistry and it's showing up here. It's almost like fate. So I feel like when these moments happen in the universe, they're beautiful, they're more than beautiful, but it's also a situation where it's like, if you don't know yourself, these are those situations where shit really will hit the fan and things will be exposed, things will be brought to the light. And you'll see someone's true colors, like maybe someone's really possessive, or maybe someone has a lot of secrets that they don't tell you, maybe they're not being honest about their emotions, and before you know it, you're like in too deep, So you really want to be careful about how you're investing your emotions. I feel like the message for this February for Cancer is slow your roll. Really look at what you are attaching yourself to. Do not just jump in head first. You really need to logically look at everything and be practical about how things will work out in your everyday life. So for example, you see that we have an Aries around you, right? So if this Aries is like a possible suitor, but you know that they have a lifestyle that doesn't even work with yours and there's just no way that things will work out, instead of being like, oh yeah, but maybe it could work, I think you should just be a little bit more practical. Like really put thought into it first. And if it works out, then yeah, by all means, go for it. But think before you act. Think before you act. What does Spirit want for Cancer to do throughout this time? Prince of Pentacles, mutable earth. Pay attention to the details of what's going on around you. You want to plan for the future, okay? So I know you're having fun this month, but you really want to plan for the future. And I cannot stress that enough. It's coming up so many times. Mutable earth here. We have prosperity begins, literally something being planted and all of these good blessings coming towards you. But you have to slow down, Cancer, okay? I just want to stress that so you understand, because I don't want you making the mistakes that I see coming, okay? Just because you're making rushed decisions and you're not thinking about yourself. Okay, so let's go into the past. How is this all even showing up in the first place? So we do have the Devil card. I don't think this was a bad thing. I do think this was kind of a situation of lust. And I feel that this could have been with a Leo. Now, this also could still be that fire person. I definitely feel the fiery energy with this person. Strength card is popping up once again. But yeah, so it looks like there was a Leo or someone that you had a lust for or some type of desire, and they popped up. Your motives was the Four of Cups. So I think you were moping. I think you needed something to rebound off of, and you were like, you know what, maybe I should try my luck and go this way. So you went towards that Leo, or you went towards that person or whatever. So it looks like you guys hit it off, you know? Oh, no. You guys didn't hit it off. You guys thought you hit it off. But Six of Wands, maybe the more that you guys spent time together, you saw that it wasn't something that you wanted to be a part of. Yeah, it was just miscommunication. I almost feel like you guys, not that you guys hated each other or had a bad falling out, but almost just like something was too good to be true. And, you know, the longer you're around this person, you were just like, you're not as cool as I thought you were in the beginning. Just like the fire kind of blew out. But then I see that in February, it looks like you find something new. So that's kind of weird. Let's see. So for those of you still dealing with that situation with that Leo, the lost flame, that's what I'm going to call it. We have the High Priestess, which is the Moon card. So I think this is a situation where you just need to get over it and kind of move on and go with the changes. Because this is something that you didn't really have any investment in. I think it was very short term. Like it was probably less than a week for a lot of you. Like I'm just going to put that out there because the moon changes every 2 days. And so I feel like it was something very quick and sporadic. And there's no reason for you to really be like, you know, tripping over that. But if you are having issues getting over it, this card is saying, look, it's okay. It's just one of those things where you have to detach from it. Let your emotions flow, and that's it. You know, like you have to move and adapt to whatever comes your way. Wow. Okay. So yeah, it looks like you thought you were in love, but you were wrong at one point. Okay, so let's see what's coming into your future. So we see that you're having all this romance happening in your February. So let's look into your March. Now, this is a rough look into your March. Obviously, what you do now will affect what happens in the future. If you want to look more deeper into whatever is happening for you, then you can check out my description box, and I have the links listed below on how you can access the extended version of this particular reading, okay? So let's get back into it. So we have the High Priestess in reverse. So you're not listening to yourself in the future. So you know something in your gut. Something in your gut, your intuition is telling you like, you know something is wrong. It could be with an Aquarius. I just feel like you know that something is wrong, but for some reason you're like, I'm just going to ignore it. I'm going to act like I don't know, you know, what that's all about. What are you ignoring? Ten of Swords in reverse. So something that you've been trying to keep going for a while. Like I think this is something you keep trying to bring back from the dead. Something that you know you need to leave behind, but you are having a lot of issues with detaching from it. Five of Pentacles. You are dependent on whatever this is, whether it's a person, a place, or a thing. Three of Cups. It could be a lifestyle or drinking or partying or being around certain group of people that you're very like codependent on. But it's time for a change, Cancer. It's time for you to become an individual. It's time for you to really find the truth within yourself. And for some of you, you need to reunite with a Virgo. Now, the desires that we have is the Knight of Swords here. So in March, you have like this, you have the mindset to go bigger and go higher, you know, and to kind of like consciously level up. I feel like you want to have more material wealth. You want to be seen in a greater status, but I also feel like you want to be seen as with more dignity, you know, like you do have the desire to be seen as a more noble human being. But I think the way that you feel like people are looking at you, or the perceptions that you feel like people are placing on you, that's what's holding you back. But you have to let go of that. You have to let go of caring about what other people think for you to be able to reach that rainbow moment, because it's coming. But it's like you still have all of these insecurities. Where are these insecurities coming from? Uh-oh. It looks like March reading is going to be pretty intense. 10 of Wands. All of these bad things that have been done to you physically, but also like emotionally, the things that have damaged you, the things that people have said, but more so what people have done to you, like what they've shown you, how dark people can be. This has really affected how you perceive yourself, you know? Like I think it's just something about, yeah, someone did you wrong. Could have been a Libra. But there was an injustice done to you, and I feel like you feel like no one ever really rectified it. And so ever since then, I think that's where your Cancer shell activated itself. For all the signs, I feel like there's a moment in time where the more darker side of your sign, it's activated when something happens throughout your life. And so for you, I feel like March is going to kind of make you remember why you have such a tough shell, why you even have this shell to begin with, why you're so afraid to come out of your shell at times. So be ready for that. There is a full moon, if I'm not mistaken, in March. So that may be something that's very illuminated for you. Let's just get some advice, because I do feel like this is needed for your March. Because you may start to feel the remnants of this, you know. So we have victory and success, okay? So with victory and success, this is an amazing card. This is obviously saying things are coming your way. Now, you're supposed to embrace this, but you also have to remember that in order to really absorb your victory and your success, you have to be humble enough to not fall off of the cliff, you know? As soon as things start to happen, a lot of us will act out a certain way, or a lot of us may forget or lose our footing on the ground. And I feel like in March, this may be highlighted for you, because you will start to come into your success, because February is all about your prosperity beginning, right? So this is the beginning stages this month. But come March, we have victory and success. So this is in full action. Whereas this month, it's more calm. So with all that being said, it's like, you better be ready. Like everything you're doing right now and this month, it's not going to only affect your future, but it's also going to kind of shape the energy that you are feeling your success in. Like, for example, you could have all the success in the world, but if you feel like you don't have the right people around you, it's not going to feel right, you know? So you really want to set up the foundation so that the platform that you're standing on, the stage that you're standing on, and your March, whenever you are receiving all of your blessings and your abundance and your victory, you want to make sure you're standing on solid ground. So that's what I would say for this situation. If you enjoyed this reading, please leave a thumbs up. If you would like to see an extended version of this reading, click the link down below in the description box so that you are taken to that video via Patreon. But for those of you who are ending the reading here, thank you so much for watching this video. I love you all so much. If you would like to contact me for a private reading, all you have to do is email me at lovefromaleo@gmail.com and say, I'm looking for a reading. What are you offering? What are your prices? And then I'll send that information to you. Thank you again just for being here, and yeah, bye Cancer.